Hello and welcome to yet another lesson in angles of triangles. Today we're going to focus once again on some congruence criteria and especially on side angle side. We're going to quickly look at examples 15 to 24, 12 to 24, which will be question 15 of the EOT. So very quickly, we're going to look at what is expected in these examples. Once again, they ask us to write the flow proof, paragraph proof, or a two-column proof. So I'm going to quickly look at number 13, which asks for a paragraph proof. And as I've always stated, the most important thing is to start off with whatever is given. So you write that in a story form. It is given that, and whatever is given, you would write it down. And then we look, because we have parallel lines here, we know that we would have the alternate interior angle theorem, right? So we have the alternate interior angle theorem, and therefore another set of angles are equal. And then we know if we have a line which is common to both triangles, we use reflexive property, and therefore we can conclude that triangle DFG, once again, can you see here, whatever you're given to prove comes down in your last statement, and you write it down and you write down the reason. Now the reason for this being congruent is angle side. So basically this is how you would do a paragraph proof. Now once again, I'm just going to quickly look at number 14. Number 14 requires us to do a two-column proof. So we know that in a two-column proof you would have statements and you have reasons. Always start with what is given, and then you've got the midpoint theorem as your reason, right? And you get the midpoint, you get lots of information from the given. So always focus on what is given, because the given is also part of the statement and the reasons. And then because we have parallel lines here, as you can see, these are parallel lines. So we have alternate interior angle theorem. We have two alternate interior angle theorem, and once again, whatever you are given to prove is always written at the very end, and then you state why it is congruent. And once again, in this case, it is angle side. So two ways that we have focused on how to write proofs. One is the paragraph proof, and the other one is the two-column proof. Similarly, in examples like this, always look at what is given to you. Focus on the given, focus on what you have to prove. And if you are expected to draw a diagram, explain why the triangle can be congruent. So in the next slide, I'm going to quickly look at example 20, which says find a counterexample to show why side-side angle cannot be used to prove a congruence of two triangles. And you can see the sample answer here. So you have side, and an angle. We know the rule is it's got to be side, angle, side. So the angle has to always be included between the two sides, right? So the angle has to always be included before you can conclude that it is a congruent triangle. So remember, side, angle is not a reason. And number 22, they ask us to draw and label two triangles that could be proved congruent by angle, side, angle. So here we have angle, side, and angle, right? So this is very simple, angle, side, and angle. So this would be able to get you full marks if you have the correct labeling done. Number 23 says, how do you know which method to use when you are proving triangles congruent? So this is the most important part of the whole learning, and that is you have to know what are the rules for congruency. And as we know, we've already worked with side, side, side. So if you have 3 sides in a triangle congruent to another 3 sides, then it is congruent. So we can use 3 sides. Then we can use side, angle, side, which I've explained to you here, side, angle, side. Then you have angle, side, angle, angle, side, and angle. 2 angles and the included side of one triangle must be congruent to 2 angles and the included side of the other triangle. And the last one is angle, angle, and side. Right? So in this one we have 2 angles and a non-included side of one triangle. So we can have angle, angle, and side, and it does not have to be included. So angle, angle, and side. So this brings me to the end of all the congruency criteria to prove triangles congruent. I hope you have a better understanding, and remember, push yourself as much as you can because no one else is going to do it for you. All the best until our next lesson. Take care.